Challenge is not a fun thing. Even when the challenges are small, it's not a fun thing necessarily, at least for me, because challenges usually ask me to go from one place to the next. And generally, they're actually pretty good. It's asking me to go from where I am currently, which may not be the best place, over to where I should be or want to be if the choice is mine. And this week, the choice was mine because I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want this channel to go, or more appropriately, probably where it wants to go, because I'm finding that that's the best way to handle this. Anyway, if you want to hear about challenges and how that leads to change, it always leads to change. Stick around. You may just enjoy it. I'm Michael Cole, and welcome to my world. So challenge, right? Our most favorite thing on the planet. It is not mine. I'll tell you, I'll be very honest with you. I do not like challenge because basically it means I have to get up off the couch and do something, whether small or large. And I kind of like being on the couch, to be honest with you. Although I've done a lot of change in my life, so I've gotten used to this whole process. And so I began this process with, again, like I say, trying to figure out what this channel is trying to be, where it's going. And along the way, though, it was kind of nice because I ended up having something magic happen, right? And I'll tell you about magic in a little bit. And I found This is Marketing by Seth Godin. A great book. And as you can tell by all the little flags in there, I love the thing. There's a lot in there for me. But the main concept and what got me hooked in getting the book was, and the magic thing that happened was, I accidentally came across a video with Seth in it, and he was being interviewed for this book. And in it, he was talking about one main thing, which was, and this is really great because this is what hooked me, and he said that anytime you start something new, it's really good for you if you can identify the group of people who you want to serve with this thing. And that struck home with me because this is exactly why I started the channel. It's, I want to serve people with it. But then the next thing he starts talking about is tension. And tension he was talking about is whenever you want to get from one place to another, you're this kind of a person and you want to be this new type person, there's tension created within there, right? There's a tension, and it's like really what that tension is challenge. Because to get from here, you've got the challenge of overcoming both where you were, because it's comfortable, like me on the couch, right? Plus a lot of other stuff that may be going on in the mind. And the way I like to look at things is when I want to create something, or if I want to become better in some way, there's always kind of like in addition to the physical aspect of making something happen, of creating it, there's this whole what I call not physical part. And what that is kind of like there's the stuff up in the head, right? There's the beliefs and your fears and all of these other kind of things that stop and block you. And you have to overcome all of that. But to help you out is another whole aspect of the not physical stuff, which is the whole stuff over here that I like to call magic. And that you can use a lot of different names to describe that stuff that doesn't kind of fit in with the whole physical aspect of stuff. And you can call it God, you can call it all that is, the universe, angels, your guides, synchronicity, all of these things. It's those things that you can't really explain in a physical way. But I'm telling you, they're there. And I know it for a fact because I've been helped by them a lot. And by them, I don't mean the aliens. I do mean this whole other aspect of stuff, which is pretty amazing. And that's where magic comes. So I used the whole not physical part to figure all of this stuff out, where the channel needed to get to, right? Where I was headed with it. And how I did that is, first of all, I just asked for the change. I asked for, what is that end point? What is where the channel kind of should be at? And I did that in meditation, in my case, for this particular time. I went into meditation, and of course I was looking for the answer. I wanted the answer to be, dropped down right in front of me or written across my closed eyelids or whatever, right? It didn't happen. But what I did do is I got to the point where I felt that I would have the answer. And I used that and kind of just sat there, right? The old classic thing. You know where you want to get to, and you feel as if you've already gotten there. And what ended up happening as a result of that is, a day or two later, is when I saw the interview with Seth and found the book and went into the book. So it was fantastic. But then the problem there is once I got into the book, the challenge that I had within that was I began the book and it was fantastic and got all sorts of great new, ideas and things that got me excited. But about halfway through the book, I was getting a little antsy. I was getting a little bit impatient because I didn't have everything figured out yet, right? I didn't have the steps involved. So I had the book open and I was yelling at Seth and I'm going, come on, give me the answer. Tell me the things I got to do. But I calmed down, right? And I just kind of went inside and kept reading through the book and eventually got to the end, got very much, excited again about things, and then ended up a day or two later where everything just kind of dropped out what it is that I want to do with the channel. And what I want to do with the channel is gear it more towards all of this not physical stuff, the whole mind and magic kind of thing. I have loved that my entire life, and I've always felt that was a huge component of creating anything. So that's where this channel is headed. Oh, the other thing about challenges is, challenge, I have come to realize, comes in one of two ways. Either you choose the challenge because you're choosing the change and you understand there's something in your life that you want to know or find out or change, and challenge will always come with that. It's just part of the stuff because you're breaking old habits. Remember that tension? It's going to be there. But the second way is the harder of the two ways for challenges to come up, and that's if life brings you that challenge. And God knows that we all handle that a lot, and we have to face it. But if there's anything that I can offer to you is that over these past 60 years, I've come to the knowledge, or at least this is my belief, that those challenges that are brought to me, I understand are being brought to me by life because there's some change that I need to make in order to make my life better. And I may not realize it, and chances are I didn't because I didn't ask for it. But life, or God, or the universe, or all that is, or your angels, or your guides, or whatever, all that magic stuff out there, they do have your back in the end. I know that for a fact. And they bring us those challenges so that we can get through them, yeah, but to make the change that we really need to make in our life, to make it that much or a lot better. And I know that from the bottom of my soul. So next time you get a challenge, it's going to be okay. Make your way through it, right? Understand it's only change, and it's going to make you and your life better. So that's it for this week. That's it for this episode. If you liked it, hit the like down there. If you want to subscribe so you know what's coming up. But come along for the journey if you want. It'd be awesome to have you along here because I learn from everybody else also. So please leave me comments down there if there's anything that you've found out that helps you with challenges, please, because I'm always learning. I'm always wanting to learn a heck of a lot more. So anyways, have a great week. Hopefully you don't have too many challenges, or if you do this week, that they're all pretty relatively okay. And just have fun with them. They're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. And love ya.
amazing. Shine like a diamond.